Today I will discuss about insulators, why insulators are used, and in specific I will explain a pin type insulators. So when power is generated from a generating station, the power is transmitted to the substation with the help of transmission lines, and these lines are supported by some towers or by the help of some poles, depending upon at which voltage level the power is transmitted. At lower voltage level, poles are used to carry the powers, and for higher voltage levels, towers are used to carry the powers from the generating station to the substation. From the substation, the power is distributed to the different load centers. Again, with the help of poles, these lines are carried. So these lines, these poles or structures, these poles or towers are basically made of steel. So the conductors cannot directly connect it to these steel structures, as it will grounded the live conductors to the ground. That's where the use of insulator come into picture. A insulator prevents the direct contact of a live conductor with the tower or to the pole. In this way, the live conductor did not get a direct contact with the pole structure or the tower structure. An insulator is basically made up of porcelain or glass. Why glass or porcelain is basically selected to make an insulator? Because they have some property which are very useful to make an insulator. Like they have high mechanical strength, high dielectric strength, and their insulation resistance is also high. They are non-porous. Their factor of safety is also high. These are the reason why we choose porcelain or glass as the insulating materials. Now I will specifically today explain a pin type insulator. This is a pin type insulator. It looks like this. So up to 11 kV, a single piece of insulator is sufficient, but for 33 kV, 2 or 3 pieces are joined by cementing and are used. At the top end, there is a groove where the conductor will be placed and is tied to the insulator by the help of binding wires. Binding wires are used to tighten the conductor to the insulator so that it will not skip or get removed from the groove. From the lower end, if you look at the lower end, there is a pin which is of zinc, or it can be of lead also. This pin is actually attached to the cross arm. This pin is actually attached to the cross arm of the pole. In this diagram, there is a pole and there will be a cross arm, and at the both end there are two insulator. The conductors, let it be R phase, Y phase, B phase. So the R phase conductor is connected to an insulator at the top, and the pin is connected to the cross arm. Similarly, the B phase is connected at the top of the insulator, and the bottom pin is connected to the cross arm. Similarly here. So one question arises, why the shape of the insulator is like this? The umbrella like structure of the insulator is because of a reason. And the reason is that if rain fall, it will slide down, so that the inner side of the insulator will be dry. We need the inner side of the insulator to be dry, because if the inner side of the insulator get wet, what will happen? The insulation resistance will drastically decreases, and if the insulation resistance decreases, more leakage current will flow, and if more leakage current flow, it will hit the insulator and the insulator may get damaged. So this umbrella like structure will prevent the inner sides of the insulator from getting wet, and so that it will be dry always. If the inner side of the insulator is get wet, what will happen? The insulation resistance drops, and hence the leakage current will flow. More leakage current flows, which will destroys the insulator. So basically, because of this reason, a insulator is designed or shaped like this. Now, I have already told, for more voltages, for 33 kV, the individual pieces are joined by cementing and are used. Basically, there is a difference between pin type insulator and suspension type insulator. There are basically three type of insulators: pin type insulators, suspension type insulators, and strain insulator. So what is the difference between a pin type insulator and a suspension type insulator? In a pin type insulator, the conductor is placed above the insulator, whereas in case of suspension insulator, the conductor is placed below the suspension insulator. So this is a basic difference between a pin type insulator and a suspension type insulator. I think I have cleared how a pin type insulator looks, and the construction. The insulator part is basically made of a porcelain or zinc. It is having a groove at the top where a conductor is placed, and it is tightened to the conductor is tightened to the insulator with the help of binding wires, which is made of copper or aluminium. The bottom end is having a pin like structure which is screwed to the insulator, which help the insulator to get fit or attached to the pole structure or the tower structure. And the structure of the pin isolator is like an umbrella like structure, like a bigger umbrella below which there are small umbrellas. So the bigger umbrella like structure will prevent the fall of water or the ice not to wet the inner sides. The protection of the inner sides must always be dry. Why the inner sides needs to be dry? If the inner sides is dry, then sufficient insulation resistance will be achieved. But if the inner edge get wet, the insulation resistance drops, leakage current will flow, which will destroy the insulator. I think I will clear your doubt regarding why the shape of a pin type insulator is like this. So, thank you.